Hello, everybody. Oh, we got some more updates for you this morning. So I'm gonna start this stream off with Twitter because Lil Boots shared some stuff earlier about Klonka meeting with the school board. Oh my goodness. There is a form. Lol, how embarrassing. Big time DC journalist meets small town Indiana school board.
Take a look at this. Yes, I have a question. I'm sorry, if you have a patron comment, you have to fill out a form for patron comment. Okay. There is a form.
Oh,
we kind of passed it.
Oh, she's got to fill the form out.
Thank you. While we're having that filled out, Director of Operations.
So I've got 3 items.
Oh my, okay. And then there's also the Crypt Keeper has entered the building.
We are getting real creative with some alternative.
Hello, AJ. The way she walks through the room.
We are getting real creative with some alternative.
Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Okay, so that is all. That is all for Twitter for this morning. Those are the updates from Lil Boots. Let's see if there's anything else really quick. Okay. What's this? Listen, Spurgy, I'm not about this BS. I don't want to play your Spur games. Never have. You admitted on stream that you doxed me. You admitted I did nothing to you. Did it to avenge Tragic for? I don't know. All I did was laugh at publicly posted content. I'm done ever mentioning you again. Who's this? Who's this by? AK. Lane Marshall B thinks that her opinions are facts because she's a fat white lady who feels entitled to abuse people of color. You may be wondering why this ugly white lady thinks being racist towards me is okay. Well, it's because she got the approval of the highest authority when it comes to issues of racist tropes. She asked her co-workers if her racism toward me was okay, and they said yes. LMFAO. Case closed, I guess. Because Lane from Colorado got the approval of her co-workers to use racist terms that violate terms of service like Harry and Chewbacca while playing animal noises and photoshopping me as a hairy non-human. She's totally not racist, guys. So glad you cleared that up for us dumb minorities who are just so sensitive and stupid that we don't know what's what and can't even tell when we are being racially insulted. Thank God White Lady Lane set us stupid hairy minorities straight. Oh boy. Since you are such a big badass bitch, now you should step up your racist game and try the N-word at me next. But make sure you go ahead and add sand to the first part. Ask your bestie Alia for some great suggestions because she's got a lot of racist hate she spews at me. Maybe you can call me Camel Face. I think that's a great choice. It fits your vibe. And don't worry, since you said no one cares if anyone calls me racist terms, it's okay to dehumanize and degrade me. I'm just a hairy minority. After all, my existence literally doesn't matter to anyone, does it? You're such an edgy girl. Who's an edgy girl? Who's an edgy girl? Stop lying about why you got doxxed too. It's embarrassing how much you cry about nothing being done to you, for fuck's sake. You can racially abuse me all day long, but you were the true victim, right? You're like negs. How embarrassing for you. LOL. She doxed me for no reason. Feel bad for me. I'm white and fat. She doxed me for fun. Nope. You were not doxxed for fun, but nice try. Your P-word farming besties dox me for fun, though, but that's okay. Minorities don't matter to you. No one should feel bad about anything that happens to you, disgusting lunatics. You all deserve far, far worse than you've experienced so far. Wow. Oh my gosh. AK hit Lil Boots so damn hard, didn't she? Is she kidding? No, she's not kidding, AJ. Nope. Oh no, this is AK unhinged mode. Completely unhinged here. So, okay, is that all? There's nothing else? Help us with the list, y'all. Start a list of DC failures. Okay, gaining ground. Their faces say it all. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's great. When was this? When was this? Let me see. Oh, yesterday. This was yesterday, the 10th. Okay. So she met with the school board yesterday about the principal situation, I guess. I have a feeling it has nothing to do with her ethnicity. Of course not. That's the type of game AK likes to play. Poor thing. Okay. All right. Four-wick candle. Okay, so I think four-wick candle actually shared the... Okay. So, let me get out of Twitter. Four-wick candle shared the school board meeting that DC was at. So we're going to look at that. Okay, school board. All right, October 10th, 2023. Hello, Hot Topics. She never filled out the form and never got to speak. PTA mom fail. Start.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
the Pledge
with
of
liberty
Allegiance
and justice for all.
Okay, tonight we're going to
Local
begin with a
TV3.
presentation by
Hello,
Ms.
Jack.
Gilman. We're eager to hear what you have to say.
Sounds good. So I'm here to talk about our Office of Special Services. I do have a copy of the presentation if anybody wants a printed copy. Yep.
Uh-huh.
We'll keep going. We're gonna keep going. So this is just a quick overview for those. might not have met every board member. I'm Megan Gilman. I'm the Director of Special Education here in Fayette County and also in Centerville. And just to highlight today, we're going to talk about a little bit about our program here in Fayette County. Just some state level changes that you guys should really be aware of that are definitely impacting our buildings. And that I'll speak more about later, but it's actually Medicaid changes that are impacting our buildings. Just to highlight Fayette County student needs. Some great staffing highlights in here, and then just follow up with some celebrations. There we go. So the key to special education is that every student can learn, just not in the same way on the same day. And that's kind of how we operate day to day. We know that what works this day for a student or for this student might not work for another one. So our entire job is to be creative in the special education world. Just to start, because not everybody comes from an educational background, and especially not a special education background, just a quick definition of what special education is. It's our job under IDEA and Article 7, those are the two laws we operate under, to provide students with identified disabilities specialized instruction to meet their unique needs and giving the opportunity to develop to their fullest potential.
Okay.
So that's what we're tasked with every day, to make our students grow after they've been identified as maybe having a learning disability or some other needs.
Okay.
I do like to put in here what it is not. Some people have some misconceptions about that. Special education is not for all students. It is not the answer to every student that needs help. It's not the answer for every student that is struggling. It really limits us, and a student has to fall into one of 13 categories through a process of intervention before we're going to identify them as having a disability. So it's not for all students. It is not a free pass. I know that this room probably knows that, but sometimes a misconception in the community is if my kid has an IEP, they can't get in trouble, they can't fail a class, they can't, be held back. It is not a free pass. So the students are still held to the same accountability as all of our general education students when it comes to behavior or academics. It's not a way to get out of something. It just might mean we have to do something differently. Which leads right into it's not the same for all. So it really is an individual education.
Oh, AJ, it happens. It just hasn't happened yet. I don't know what the timestamp for that is, but it does happen here.
Plan for every single student. And then the last one, and this is definitely a harder and ongoing conversation, special education is not mental health. So special education is specially designed instruction in a skill deficit. We are not in the business of treating mental health. Had been targeted at next. So we do have great community partners, which I'll highlight a little later, that kind of pick up.
Oh, after he hears about this, he probably already has heard about it. He's gonna say, "Oh well, if special ed's one of your top priorities, how come you guys are allowing girls to mistreat my son over there? Yeah. While I rock out in the basement."
Some of those extra needs that a student with a disability might have.
Actually, let me say that again. While I rock out in the basement and in the attic, Death Monarch is so hardcore, bro. We're gonna be big. We're gonna be hotter than hell. We're gonna be rocking and rolling all night like Kiss, and don't you forget it.
And please chime in if you have any questions as I'm going. Just an overview of our program. In special ed, we serve students from the age of 3 through 22. We have some preschools here, but we start serving students straight out of First Steps, which is birth to 3, and we evaluate them and see if they qualify for our special education programs. We're doing some really exciting stuff with our older students. They are not just in our high school until they're 22. So after they've done 4 years of high school, they become super seniors. And we have some great partnerships in the community where they might be in our high school a couple days a week.
I thought it was Nags who was going to be at this meeting. I thought so too, but no, he sent his gremlin to be there. Did they know this was going to be televised? Who knows? But before we get to the part where DC walks in the room, I'll show you guys what I do whenever I walk in a room. Give me a second. Okay. If it shows it. This is what I do. Oh. There you go. There you go. AJ, were you able to see the video? It didn't show anything. Okay, wait a minute. Let me try it again. Hang on. Okay, I think I gotta go to downloads. Wait a second. I don't know why the fuck it's not showing it. Wait. Wait a minute. Pull it up on Discord. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I had it. I forgot I shared it on Discord. Give me a second. I gotta log into Discord again. Wait. Oh, great. I fucking forgot my email for Discord now. That's wonderful. Oh, never mind. I got it. I got it. I gotta change it though. Uh okay. Fuck it. I don't know my password for Discord. Wait. I'm gonna have to play the guessing game here. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got in. I had to scan the QR code with my phone. All right. Okay, I'm in Discord. Okay, so here we go. Here is, yeah. This is how I'd walk into a room. Mhm. Literally what I do every time I walk in a room. Every time. Uh, and there you go. All right, enough gags. Let's get back to the school board thing here.
Week, and then starting their next phase of life in adult programming to make that transition smoother as we move forward. So it's not like you've come to school for 18 years. We'll see you, never to see you again. So we've worked really hard to move along and help that transition to adulthood. Just some highlights of our continuum of support. We have developmental preschool, which has continued to grow. So if you've been following Little Spartans, we used to have one developmental preschool classroom. We have 2 full-time developmental preschool classrooms, as well as the partnership with Head Start. That 20% of their program is filled with identified students. So that definitely is a need that continues to grow.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll play it one more time. Why not? One more time. Here you go. Beat that one, DC. Beat that one. You'll never be able to.
Also, we have essential skills. That's a name change for some of you. If you've heard us, and you'll still hear people say life skills, we're moving away from that language in the community, and it's moving to essential skills programming. It's just a different focus. And we do work on academics. So when we call it life skills, there was a misconception that we weren't doing.
I think we all knew he wasn't going to show up. A big talk, no action, just like his sex life. Vicky, oh my goodness.
Any academic work in those classrooms, but they have their own curriculum, standards, everything that we're meeting. We are getting real creative with some alternative programming. So we have expanded into our middle school alternative setting, which is at SLC, as well as that high school program we started last year. And students with additional needs are benefiting from that expanded continuum of support. And then finally, we do have our resource setting, which is more traditional special education. That is moving toward, for some of our kiddos, a more self-contained support. So we're trying to really create the full continuum of special ed services in order to meet all students' needs. The holes in our continuum right now are really a therapeutic day program and residential programming, and there's a shortage of those across the state. So when a kid needs programming beyond public school ed, we are struggling to fill that gap between, hey, we can't serve you in public school, and all the way to homebound. Those steps in between are a shortage statewide. So just so you guys kind of know what's going on there. Some more state level changes. This is what
I want to know if they wanted this on the news because they thought Negs was going to be there. Hello, the chicken has arisen.
I alluded to earlier, there's been a large change in Medicaid funding for students with autism. So if you've been in this field, you've been hearing about it. A lot of our students, once they qualify as a student with autism, had unlimited Medicaid funding to seek treatment elsewhere. So a lot of our students were in ABA centers. They might have been receiving applied behavior analysis in their home. The state has made major cuts to that program. The reason I highlight it for you all here tonight is because those students are now coming back into our buildings. They are our highest need students. They often are coming back with little to no support, and they're being dropped in our elementary schools. So this year alone, we've had 3 transition meetings of kids that have never been served in our building that will just show up. And they range from nonverbal all the way through twice exceptional with very large behavioral needs. They've been in a one-to-one setting in a treatment facility until this time. So I just want to put that on your radar as you might see me come back here talking about, hey, why all of a sudden do we have need for more support staff? Why do we have to open another essential skills classroom?
There's something about Negative Nation, baby. DC is seeing eggs in a whole new light.
It's because those kids are coming back into their public schools. So I want to put that on your radar. I just came from a conference last week. DOE rolled out some really fun changes for us that they're increasing oversight. Yay. So they're doing more audits for our special education paperwork moving forward. So this shouldn't impact the board or our service delivery, but it will impact our office staff.
With all the threats he's been sending, I wouldn't doubt it if there were popos outside. Me too, Vicky.
And the ability to submit paperwork, get it compliance, hopefully to avoid some corrective action plans. Some other changes just statewide, we've seen an uptick in due processes and complaints. Not here, but in somewhere else I work. We had 31 complaints last year, which is kind of unheard of. Here we had 2. We actually just received our first complaint of the school year this week. So parents are more quick than making a phone call or having a meeting to go directly and file a state complaint with DOE. That does make some more administrative work because then we're having to kind of prove that we're doing what's best for kids. but that's definitely on the rise across the state. The final
If you're doing what's best for kids, then why do you have a 46-year-old unhinged wannabe rock star complaining about the principal over there? Obviously, you're not.
change which impacts special education are grants. A lot of our special education services are funded through the federal grant. So it's called the 619 and 611 grant. Those used to come out in June of every year. DOE is so understaffed that the last year we didn't get our grant until September, and this year we.
You don't want this smoke? Oh, you better believe I do. I do. I want it. I want all of it. I want all of it. Don't tell me I don't want it. I want it.
Still do not have our grant money. So we are operating with less money from the state to keep our programs running. So that's definitely been a challenge.
T-shirt and PJ bottoms on. Where's all her?
Any questions on state changes?
Megan?
Yes.
We used to have a title called EH, emotionally handicapped. How does that fit in?
No, Russ. Negs just thinks he and his should just want special treatment. Yeah, AJ. Absolutely.
How does that fit into this new continuum?
So we still have what's called ED, so it's an emotional disability now, language changed. So those students are in our building full-time. Some of them have there's ED full-time and ED part-time. Either way, they're in our building.
Okay.
Full-time just means they need support for more than 50% of the school day to get through it. I would say we have
people giving me the smoke turns me on.
an increase in ED students. You'll see that we don't like to put it, this is personal preference, but I don't like to put an ED label on a student when they're in lower elementary school. So you'll see a lot of kids qualify under OHI, which is other health impairment, which means they might have some mental health or other things going on that's driving these big behaviors, and we'll put them under an OHI label.
Has she come in yet? No. Let me.
Are conduct disorders considered?
Let me see if I can skip ahead a little bit to where she actually comes in. Okay. Where is the part where priority educational needs? Okay. Where's the part where she comes in? Is she not here? Just for the rest of this? Where the fuck? I don't see her at all. Oh, I missed it. Okay, wait. Let me go back. I'll just keep
with
going.
less money
here.
from the state to keep our programs running. So that's definitely been a challenge. Any questions on state changes?
Megan?
Yes.
We used to have a title called EH, emotionally handicapped. How does that fit into this new continuum?
So we still have what's called ED, so it's an emotional disability now, language changed. So those students
ED also means eating disorder.
are in our building full-time. Some of them have there's ED full-time and ED part-time.
Oh, it's before.
Either way, they're in our building.
Okay.
Full-time just means they need support, and we have some of the same account.
to the republic,
To highlight, student might not work to provide students potential. process of intervention, the same account of special education do. We'll see you, never to see you. And follow. If you've heard us, and you'll still hear people say Life's SLC, as well as that high school program we started last year. And students with additional needs are benefiting from that expanded continuum of support. And then finally, we do have our resource setting, which is more traditional special education.
Freddie, is it around here? Can anybody give me a timestamp if it's possible? I hate PC. I've hated it since it started. AJ, what is PC? Not sure. She rushes in pretty quick. Okay.
That is moving
I'll
toward
just
some of our
leave it. I'll
kiddos
let
with
it
more
play.
self-contained support. So we're trying to really create the full continuum of special ed services in order to meet all students'
Political
needs.
correctness.
The
Oh yeah, I
holes in our
hate that
continuum
too.
right now are really a therapeutic day program and residential
I hate that too. I've always hated that.
programming, and there's a shortage of those across the state. So when a kid needs
There
programming
sure is.
beyond public school ed, we are struggling to fill that gap between, hey, we can't serve you in public school, and all the way to homebound. Those steps in between are shortage statewide. So just so you guys kind of know what's going on there. Some more state level changes. This is what I alluded to earlier. There's been a large change in Medicaid funding for students with autism. So if you've been in this field, you've been hearing about it, a lot of our students, once they qualify.
And in regards to this, DC told Negs, don't worry, hon. I'll take care of it. I want to go full GERD mode. Let me go over there and show them my powers.
As a student with autism, had unlimited Medicaid funding to seek treatment elsewhere. So a lot of our students were in ABA centers. They might have been receiving applied behavior analysis in their home. The state has made major cuts to that program. The reason I highlight it for you all here tonight is because those students are now coming back into our buildings. They are our highest need students. They often are coming back with little to no support, and they're being dropped in our elementary schools. So this year alone, we've had
DC is gonna be showing you all how she can stir the cauldron and mix her potions before she casts her spells for the school board. She gonna be doing it good.
had 3 transition meetings of kids that have never been served in our building that will just show up. And they range from nonverbal all the way through twice exceptional with very large behavioral needs. They've been in a one-to-one setting in a treatment facility until this time. So I just want to put that on your radar as you might see me come back here talking about, hey, why all of a sudden do we have need for more support staff? Why do we have to open another essential skills classroom? It's because those kids are coming back into their public schools. So I want to put that on your radar. I just came from a conference last week. DOE rolled out some really fun changes for us that they're increasing oversight. Yay. So they're doing more audits for our special education paperwork moving forward. So this shouldn't impact the board or our service delivery, but it will impact our office staff and the ability to submit paperwork, get it compliance, hopefully to avoid some corrective action plans. Some other changes just statewide, we've seen an uptick in due processes and complaints. Not here, but in somewhere else I work. We had 31 complaints last year, which is kind of unheard of. Here we had 2. We actually just received our first complaint of the school year this week. So parents are more quick than making a phone call or having a meeting to go directly and file a state complaint with DOE. That does make some more administrative work because then we're having.
Yeah, she does come in, but if you blink, you miss it. She walks by really fast.
Having to kind of prove that we're doing what's best for kids, but that's definitely on the rise across the state. The final change, which impacts special education, are grants. A lot of our special education services are funded through the federal grant.
Isn't DC embarrassed already? Geez, I'd be crawling under a boulder a long time ago if I were her. She's always been embarrassed, Vicky. Her whole entire life.
So it's called the 619 and 611 grant. Those used to come out in June of every year. DOE is so understaffed.
That was probably Negs. The first complaint. 536? Okay, quite possibly. Hang on. Let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, 526. I'll start from here.
Some other needs. If you like to put in here what it is not, some people have some misconceptions about that. Special education is not for all students. It is not the answer to every student that needs help. It's not the answer for every student that is struggling. It really limits us, and a student has to fall into one of 13 categories through a process of intervention before we're going to identify them as having a disability. So it's not for all students. It is not a free pass. I know that this room probably knows that, but sometimes a misconception in the community is if my kid has an IEP, they can't get in trouble, they can't fail a class, they can't, be held back. It is not a free pass. So the students are still held to the same accountability as all of our general education students when it comes to behavior or academics. It's not a way to get out of something. It just might mean we have to do something differently. Which leads right into it's not the same for all. So it really is an individual education plan for every single student. And then the last one, and this is definitely a harder and ongoing conversation for some other needs. If you like to put in here what it is not, some people have some misconceptions about that. Special education is not for all students. It is not the answer to every student that needs help.
She ain't
It's
there.
not the answer for every student that is struggling. It really limits us, and a student has to fall into one of 13 categories through a process of intervention before we're going to identify them as having a disability. So it's not for all students. It is not a free pass. I know that this room probably knows that, but sometimes a misconception in the community is if my kid has an IEP, they can't get in trouble, they can't fail
I'm rolling
class,
my eyes
they
too,
can't,
Terry.
be held back. It is not a free pass. So the students are still held to the same accountability as all of our general education students when it comes to behavior or academics.
I am watching.
It's not a way to get out of something. It just might
I'll
mean we have to
wait.
do something differently. Which leads right into it's not the same for all. So it really is an individual education plan for every single student. And then the last one, and this is definitely a harder and ongoing conversation, special education is not mental health. So special education is specially designed instruction in a skill deficit potential to some other needs. If you like to put in here what it is not, some people have some misconceptions about that. Special education is not for all students. It is not the answer to every student that needs.
Okay, I'm not seeing shit. You know what? Let me look at the timestamp for what Lil Boots actually shared. Let me see. Let me see. Well, Lil Boots didn't give a timestamp either. I sent you a screenshot where you can see the time so you don't think I'm lying. I know you're not lying, quite possibly. I just don't know what the fuck time it is that she walks in there. I'm on their channel.
Some other needs. If you like to put in here what it is not, some people have some misconceptions about that. Special education is not for all students. It is not the answer to every student that needs help. It's not the answer.
Well, it don't show it. I might be on the, it's probably on the, wait. Hold on. All right.
For every student that is struggling. It really limits us, and a student has to fall into one of 14 categories through a process of intervention before we're going to identify them as having a disability. So it's,
you know what? Maybe they edited it. Maybe they edited it, and that's why she doesn't show up at this part, because it was probably edited.
It's not for all students. It is not a free pass. I know that this room probably knows that, but sometimes a misconception in the community is if my kid has an IEP, they can't get in trouble, they can't fail a class, they can't, be held back. It is not a free pass. So the students are still held to the same accountability as all of our general education students when it comes to behavior, academics. It's not a way to get out of something. It just might mean we have to do something differently.
Yeah, AJ, they edited it. They must have edited the part where she walks in out. She didn't edit it because I saw her come in when you first played it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to go back to the beginning then. Wait, let me go back to the beginning.
The Fayette County School Board of Trustees business meeting is October 10th. We're here at the admin building. Let's all rise for the pledge of allegiance.
The United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, tonight we're going to begin with a presentation by Ms. Gilman. We're eager to hear what you have to say.
Sounds good. So I'm here to talk about our Office of Special Services. I do have a copy of the presentation if anybody wants a printed copy. Yep, okay. We'll keep going. We're gonna keep going. So this is just a quick overview for those. I might not have met every board member. I'm Megan Gilman. I'm the Director of Special Education here in Fayette County and also in Centerville. And just to highlight today, we're going to talk about a little bit about our program here in Fayette County, just some state level changes that you guys should really be aware of that are definitely impacting our buildings, and that I'll speak more about later, but it's actually Medicaid changes that are impacting our buildings. Just to highlight Fayette County student needs, some great staffing highlights in here, and then just follow up with some celebrations. There we go. So the key to special education is that every student can learn, just not in the same way on the same day. And that's kind of how we operate day to day. We know that what works this day for a student or for this student might not work for another one. So our entire job is to be creative in the special education world. Just to start, because not everybody comes from an educational background, and especially not a special education background, just a quick definition of what special education is. It's our job under IDEA and Article 7, those are the two laws we operate under, to provide students with identified disabilities specialized instruction to meet their unique needs and giving the opportunity to develop to their fullest potential. So that's what we're tasked with every day, to make our students grow after they've been identified as maybe having a learning disability or some other needs. I do like to put in here what it is not. Some people have some misconceptions about that. Special education is not for all students. It is not the answer to every student that needs help. It's not the answer for every student that is struggling. It really limits us, and a student has to fall into one of 13 categories through a process of intervention before we're going to identify them as having a disability. So it's not for all students. It is not a free pass. I know that this room probably knows that, but sometimes a misconception in the community is if my kid has an IEP, they can't get in trouble, they can't fail a class, they can't, be held back. It is not a free pass. So the students are still held to the same accountability as all of our general education students when it comes to behavior or academics. It's not a way to get out of something. It just might mean we have to do something differently. Which plays right into it's not the same for all. So it really is an individual education plan for every single student. And then the last one, and this is definitely a harder and ongoing conversation, special education is not mental health. So special education is specially designed instruction in a skill deficit. We are not in the business of treating mental health needs. So we do have great community partners, which I'll highlight a little later, that kind of pick up some of those extra needs that a student with a disability might have. And please chime in if you have any questions as I'm going. Just an overview of our program. In special ed, we serve students from the age of 3 through 22. We have three schools here, but we start serving students straight out of First Steps, which is birth to 3, and we evaluate them and see if they qualify for our special education.
You know something, this lady reminds me of one of the teachers I had in high school. Talks just like the teacher I had.
Programs. We're doing some really exciting stuff with our older students. They are not just in our high school until they're 22. So after they've done 4 years.
Yeah, AJ, one of my teachers was exactly like this. Yep, she gives off extreme teacher vibes. Oh, yes, she does.
Of high school, they become super seniors, and we have some great partnerships in the community where they might be in our high school a couple days a week, and then starting their next phase of life in adult programming to make that transition smoother as we move forward. So it's not like you've come to school for 18 years, we'll see you, never to see you again. So we've worked really hard to move along and help that transition to adulthood. Just some highlights of our continuum of support. We have developmental preschool, which has continued to grow. So if you've been following Little Spartans, we used to have 1 developmental preschool classroom. We have 2 full-time developmental preschool classrooms, as well as the partnership with Head Start, that 20% of their program is filled with identified students. So that definitely is a need that continues to grow. Also, we have essential skills. That's a name change for some of you. If you've heard us, and you'll still hear people say life skills, we're moving away from that language in the community, and it's moving to essential skills programming. It's just a different focus. And we do work on academics. So when we call it life skills, there was a misconception that we weren't doing any academic work in those classrooms, but they have their own curriculum, standards, everything that we're meeting. We are getting real creative with some alternative programming. So we have expanded into school classrooms, as well as the partnership with Head Start, that 20% of their program is filled with identified students. So that definitely is a need that continues to grow. Also, we have essential skills. That's a name change for some of you. If you've heard us, and you'll still hear people say life skills, we're moving away from that language in the community, and it's moving to essential skills programming, which is a different focus. And we do work on academics. So when we call it life skills, there was a misconception that we weren't doing any academic work in those classrooms, but they have their own curriculum, standards, everything that we're meeting. We are getting.
Okay. So it is around 8:44. 8:44, not 5:36. That's when she walks in. Oh boy.
We weren't doing any academic work in those classrooms, but they have their own curriculum, standards, everything that we're meeting. We are getting real creative with some alternative programming. So we have expanded into our middle school alternative setting, which is at SLC, as well as that high school program we started last year. We weren't doing any academic.
Okay, yeah, I'll slow it down, AJ. Give me a second here. Playback speed. We'll go 5%.
Work in those classrooms,
There we go.
but they have their own curriculum, standards, everything that we're meeting. We are getting real creative with some alternative programming. So we have expanded into our, we're doing it.
All right. I'll go even slower. Wait, this is, hold on.
Any academic
Okay.
work in
Even
those
slower.
classrooms, but they have their own curriculum, standards, everything that we're meeting.
I'm seeing a ghost.
Real creative with some.
Ghost is walking past me. I had to turn around. Okay.
Alternative programming. So we have expanded into our middle school alternative setting, which is at SLC, as well as that high school program we started last year. And students with additional needs are benefiting from that expanded continuum of support. And then finally, we do have our resource setting, which is more traditional special education. That is moving toward, for some of our kiddos, a more self-contained support. So we're trying to really create the whole continuum of special ed services in order to meet all students' needs. The holes in our continuum right now are really a therapeutic day program and residential programming, and there's a shortage of those across the state. So when a kid needs programming beyond public school ed, we are struggling to fill that gap between, hey, we can't serve you in public school, and all the way to homebound. Those steps in between are a shortage statewide. So
it's going to start getting good in a minute.
Some more state level changes. This is what I alluded to earlier. There's been a large change in Medicaid funding for students with autism. So if you've been in this field, you've been hearing about it, a lot of our students, once they qualify as a student with autism, had unlimited Medicaid funding.
She probably thought a homeless person wandered in. No shit, Jack. It's at the end? Okay. We'll ride it out to the end.
To seek treatment elsewhere. So a lot of our students were in ABA centers. They might have been receiving applied behavior analysis in their home. The state has made major cuts to that program. The reason I highlighted for you all here tonight is because those students are now coming back into our buildings. They are our highest need students. They often are coming back with little to no support, and they're being dropped in our elementary schools. So this year alone, we've had 3 transition meetings of kids that have never been served in our building that will just show up. And they range from nonverbal all the way through twice exceptional with very large behavioral needs. They've been in a one-to-one setting in a treatment facility until this time. So I just want to put that on your radar as you might see me come back here talking about, hey, why all of a sudden do we have need for more support staff? Why do we have to open another essential skills classroom? It's because those kids are coming back into their public schools. So I want to put that on your radar. We just had to take a conference last week. DOE rolled out some really fun changes for us that they're increasing oversight. Yay. So they're doing more audits for our special education paperwork going forward. So this shouldn't impact the board or our service delivery, but it will impact our office staff and the ability to submit paperwork, get in compliance, hopefully avoid some corrective action plans. Some other changes just statewide, we've seen an uptick in due processes and complaints. not here, but in somewhere else I work, we had 31 complaints last year, which is kind of unheard of. Here we had 2. We actually just received our first complaint of the school year this week. So parents are more quick than making a phone call or having a meeting to go directly and file a state complaint with DOE. That does make some more administrative work because I'm having to kind of prove that we're doing what's best for kids, but that's definitely on the rise across the state. The final change, which impacts special education, are grants. A lot of our special education services are funded through the federal grant. So it's called the 619 and 611 grant. Those used to come out in June of every year. DOE is so understaffed that the last year we didn't get our grant until September, and this year we still do not have our grant money. So we are operating with less money from the state to keep our programs running. So that's definitely been a challenge. Any questions on state changes? Yes.
We used to have a title called EH, emotionally handicapped. How does that fit into this new continuum?
So we still have what's called ED, so it's an emotional disability now, language change. So those students are in our building full time. Some of them have there's ED full time and ED part time. Either way, they're in our building. Full time just means they need support for more than 50% of the school day to get through it. I would say we have an increase in ED students. You'll see that we don't like to put this is personal preference, but I don't like to put an ED label on a student when they're hurt. How do we wrap programs? BT therapy that teachers, but we're teachers for our kids to access. This happened last year as you guys got into our
65874 to 66157. And lastly, quite a few donations this month. A donation of $2,500 from the Fayette County Foundation to Frazee Elementary to be used.
$7,500 for each. And the difference between that borrowing amount and the project proceeds available for the projects are what's called issuance costs. So similar to in your personal life, if you were taking a mortgage or a car loan, there are fees associated with borrowing money. So we've built those in here, again, trying to be extra conservative and estimate on the high end so that this number is a number that you can reasonably plan around and you're not in a situation where you're going to be expecting less whenever bids and the bonds are sold. So
on her phone all
also
the time.
built into that number what's called an underwriter's discount, and that is just the bank who purchases the bonds and provides the funds for the project. There's a percentage of the borrowing amount that they take as their fee as well. So that is all included in these numbers here. And we've amortized these bonds over a period of 13 years. The next slide here, you'll kind of see how this exists with your existing bond payments, but you can go up to 20 years, and we've actually in the resolution given you the flexibility to do so. If for some reason the repayment term needs to be extended, you have the flexibility within the parameters to do that. I've also included some total interest costs. This is over the lifetime of the bonds, and we're projecting that to be a little over $5.1 million over that 13-year period. And those, again, are using interest rates we feel are conservative compared to where the market is today. There will also be in the resolutions a tax rate associated with each of these projects, and we are estimating that to be 7 cents for each of the projects, so 14 cents total. However, that is based on the maximum payment with the bonds. It doesn't take into account that step down that we talked about as your existing bonds are repaid. So while we're projecting a 14-cent total tax impact as a part of this project, as those existing bonds roll off next year, we're projecting the debt service tax rate to stay right in line with where it was this year, which I believe is at 30.35 cents, which we'll see here on this next slide. So yeah, with this chart here in this lighter green color, those are those existing bond payments we looked at a couple slides ago, and this bluish green color represents payments on a bond issue that would fund both of these projects. So you'll notice payments beginning in 2024 and going through 2036. And we're projecting these tax rates based on the 2024 net assessed value, and we're assuming that that net assessed value stays the same and does not continue to increase. Given that, you would expect the tax rate to remain where it is in 2023 through.
Okay. All right, I will start from here.
The secretary.
George
Morris, I'm sorry, George Morris. Yeah, when we refinanced, or we took some savings out of the middle school, we brought them back together.
Out of the middle school.
They were formed a long time ago.
Yeah, so that saved us some money because we didn't have to go through and
correct.
we had a committee already established, so we did not have
Yeah,
to
they care.
have a new building corporation.
They care a lot.
Is it just those two gentlemen?
No, there's a third.
There's a third one, I don't have that name.
I don't either. I knew the other two.
The third one you'd recognize, I'd go blank, he was a banker in town.
Sorry.
It's after this lady sits down. Okay.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, now on to the resolution, summarize the reimbursement resolution.
The last resolution, thank you for your patience. This is what's called a reimbursement resolution, and it's required by the federal IRS. And it basically is a placeholder. It indicates that if you spend any school money between now and when we close on the bond issue, you reserve your ability to reimburse school funds. So
8:30. I already got to that part, AJ. There's nothing there. Let's just keep going.
to the extent that you pay for some
It might be
soil
after
borings
the
or
lady
some
gets done.
preliminary costs, you can just reimburse yourself. It doesn't force you to, but it allows you to.
Okay, I'd like to seek a motion for the reimbursement resolution. Thank you, Chris. A second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Lori. Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much, Jane. We appreciate your help on that. That's good. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
now we move on. Persons wishing to make the board aware of suggestions, ideas, and/or comments may address the board at this time. Comments which involve personnel or students must be discussed in private. Seeing none, we move on to superintendent's discussion group reports, principal director reports. Yes.
Comments.
Thank you.
Little Spartans Preschool, we're gonna have a Zubu on Tuesday, October 17th. It'll be a trick or treating throughout the interior of our school. We have lots of community partners coming. So please come and attend if you can.
When did you say that was, Miller?
On Tuesday from
Okay.
6 to 7.
Okay, thanks.
And then also the food pantry at Little Spartans will be open on October 19th from 4 to 6 p.m. And this month we partnered with the Bay County Food Council.
Send me a
who is gonna be
picture.
trying
Okay.
to do a cooking demonstration at 3:30 p.m.
Let
And
me
anybody that comes and participates in that will get the food items that are used in that demonstration, and then they'll also be first in line for the food pantry.
All right, thank you. Anybody else?
Just a reminder that school is not in session
108,
tomorrow for
44.
students. Teachers will be participating in professional development.
Thank you.
The secretary.
George.
Now we move on. So that was
Wait.
Miller?
On Tuesday, just a reminder that school is
Yeah,
not in
it's
session tomorrow
different.
for students. Teachers will be
It's a
participating
different
in
time.
professional development.
Thank you.
It's around this part.
Yes, I have a question.
I'm sorry, if you have a
Yes, I have a question.
patron comment, you have to fill out a form for patron comment.
Oh,
There is a form, but we've kind of passed it, but I'd be glad to entertain that if you want to,
Thank you.
while we're having that.
Oh, denied. Denied. She forgot to fill the form out.
Filled out, Director of Operations.
So I've got 3 items here, but I know you're tired of listening to me tonight. So, the first one, fund report. The fund report, we are pretty much in line with where we were a year ago. I expect this is going to change based on the next thing I'm going to talk about here by the end of the year and going into 2024. That is, expect to see kind of spending out of some of these funds. And with that kind of leads to just notifying the board officially here that we do have a tentative agreement with the teachers union.
Well, she didn't know because she was late, of course. They said, sit down, patron. I don't think she forgot. She just didn't know because she arrived late, like she did to her court hearing. DC's going live at the same time as Trag and AK, of course. Of course she is. I went to a city council meeting one time and had a comment. They told me I couldn't because I wasn't on the agenda. I told them screw their agenda and made my comment. Lol, she needs to grow a sack.
Union, and I know we're working on another date. We've got to have a meeting to talk about the tentative agreement before we can actually
You
adopt
don't
it.
have a
I would
meeting.
expect that the teachers will have adopted things, and we'll be ready for our November board meeting to finalize and wrap up the teachers agreement. And the last one, just to let you know, this is one, I don't know if it pains me to tell you a little bit, but maybe I ought to be thankful of what we've had for the last 2 years. But right now they have announced that beginning January 1st, there's a 7% increase to our health insurance rates. Like I said, we've had flat rates for 2 years, which is almost unheard of.
That's
So
amazing.
that was the good news.
My man.
The bad news is that insurance is going to be going up in the district by
Good for
7%. So
them.
that will be reflected both in the teacher's contract and between the board and other employee groups and all of those kind of things. But that's all I have.
All right, assistant
Let them go
superintendent.
live.
I just have one thing that I want to clarify from last month's meeting.
They probably think DC is a lesbian. That's why they're giving her the eye. They all look very conservative. Jeez.
discussed school data and our plans of increasing student achievement.
DC
And in
going
one of the
live?
graphs, I put the same number for middle.
Probably on Rumble, AJ. She's just going to talk about Israel again. Yeah, she's got another one coming up about Israel. And Anna Kasparian. She just is. She chose to go live. Her talking about that infuriates me. Yeah. Yeah. She needs to leave those people alone. They're suffering enough right now.
School twice. So their math ELA scores were the same. So I wanted to clarify that they were actually not the same. Their ELA scores were 33% instead of 17%. Still not where we want it to be, but it's definitely better than 17%. The board had also asked for some information about surrounding counties and what their scores were. So at the bottom, I just put a small chart there so you can see where we compare in comparison to our neighbors. I just tried to use.
What the fuck? I'm sharing my screen. What happened?
Schools that kind of bump up to us or are part of our co-op. So I just wanted to make sure that I clarified that
That's
and
what she does
corrected
best,
my mistake
AJ.
on that data chart that I presented last month. And then like Mrs. Flum said, tomorrow
I'm
is our
DC
first
media girl.
PD day for.
Don't you know who I am? That's what she was thinking. Yeah. I'm a Generation Xer. I was big in the 70s. Oh, I don't expect people of your low educational value to understand.
For all of our teachers and parent conferences.
Yes, AJ.
So we will not have
Check what
students in
why.
attendance tomorrow, just staff.
She's been finished for ages.
Okay, Scott is not here, and I think our patron is coming
Next
up with
to,
a different.
yes.
Yeah, she's gonna talk to me, so
Okay.
we'll be fine.
Okay, for the good of the cause.
Sure. Girls soccer team, first time in
Awesome.
history to win back-to-back
Yeah.
sectionals. Coach Cooley's great with the kids. We're lucky to have him. Tomorrow's
Probably more shit about the principal, Katie.
Rachel?
No, that's Thursday. Tomorrow is Take Your Teddy Bear to School Day. And it's also National Day of the Girl tomorrow for girls that make contributions in our society. So
Thank you.
I read that today, so I thought those were
Thanks,
both
Mike.
interesting.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention Frazee
Stop
School got
denied.
a mini grant to support fallen
Denied
waters
big
reading
time.
literacy night. Carson Geesting was a National Merit
Wow.
Scholar. That was pretty darn cool. And boys tennis also won sectional, I believe. Is
Boys
that right?
got beaten sectional.
Oh,
They made it to the finals.
They
I
made it
think.
to the
Yeah.
finals. Darn.
Yeah, new pal.
Yes, missed that one.
Of course.
I thought of it during that. Okay. Anything else from anybody?
Also, on the volunteer day on last Wednesday, all community, I was involved with that, and the students from the Whitewater Career Center were fantastic in what they were able to do. It was like they jumped in, they did whatever was asked for them, they did it incredibly well with a great attitude. And some of the people that were involved with that, with Food Council in particular, were just thrilled, since those kids just did such a fantastic job, and to please let everybody know that they were so pleased to have the extra help. These kids were loading 50-pound bags of dog food and not thinking a thing about it, doing
50-pound
landscaping,
bags of
just
dog
anything that
food?
they could to help. And that's just so important to see kids in the community giving back to the community on that work day.
And to piggyback off that, tomorrow evening, the Career Center is opening for open house for elementary parents and students to come and see what programs we have to offer. That's kind of a new thing that they're doing. So it's on our webpage and their webpage as well. So if anybody's interested.
Sixth and seventh grade, I thought that's what I heard.
Yeah,
Is that what
it's fifth, I think it's 6 and 7.
Imagine this situation. It's like after hours and they're going over like financial crap, and this weirdo in PJs rolls in without the form or whatever, who isn't the biological mom of any of the students. Yeah, they were like, who the fuck is this? When she walked in. The minute that she walked in that room, all of them were like, who the fuck is this? And why is she here?
7th grade,
Sixth and
yes.
seventh, okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. All right, it looks like it's that time, Mr. Hunt.
I'll make that motion. I'll second that.
Thank you, Ryan. All those in favor signify by raising your hand, opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned. Stick around for signature.
Okay, I think that's the end of it. And I clicked on the wrong thing. Wow. All right. That's the end of it. Jack LMAO asking when they are going to start shoving Israel propaganda down the kids' throats. Of course it was lame. Of course it was lame. The only fucking thing she did there, she walked in that room, didn't have the form. What else is new? I think she forgot the form on purpose because she probably knew that people were going to be talking about it. People were going to be making content about it. Trag and AK move their stream tomorrow. Oh, did they really? Let me look. Let me guess. It's on Hot Discord Rejects again. Let's see. Okay, no, it's not on Hot Discord Rejects. It must be on, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, it still says it's for today. Renew your channel membership? Hell no. Absolutely not. They're going live in a few. Yeah, it says wait. It says waiting for Trag. 12 p.m. Yeah, it's 12:05 right now. They should be live soon. All right, then I guess I'll take a look at some of this shit and then I'll end it. They're exposing olive oil and strawberry douche. Oh boy. Oh, it is? Yeah, it is. For me, it's 12:06. 12:06 p.m. And they had this scheduled for 12 p.m. Oh. All right. They're gonna do another big expose. Oh, but they're gonna threaten to strike you again, Russ. You shouldn't stream this. Fuck do I care? I can stream whoever I damn well please. AJ, yeah, I may as well. I did already. I can do it again. They're gonna make shit up. Yep. As always. As always. Monica, I will be fine. I'll be fine. They just did that the last time as a scare tactic. You gonna start? Are they gonna start? Poor Russell, there's 14 viewers, while Trag already has more than 20 and he hasn't even gone live yet. Oh, shut up, Welfare Wig. I don't give a shit about my viewers anymore. I don't care about how many viewers that I have. Jesus Christ. What does her t-shirt say? Let me see if I can make it out. WA something. Who knows? Who knows? I'll keep reading the chat. And those in Russ's stream only want to see what Tragic has to say, but don't want to give him a view. No one's interested in Russ. Boy, you guys sure are very chatty about me. No one's interested in me, though, right? Get out of here. You're only talking about me because I'm waiting for this shit to start. No one wants to give Russ a view. Ugh. Like every fucking time you guys open your mouths about me, you give me fucking attention. That's what you don't understand. It's what you don't understand. Why don't you understand that? People here love Russ. Oh, we got YTR again. YTR, do you want to come on? I'll pin the link in case YTR wants to come up. We'll show them how to play the games. I love you too, AJ. Yeah, AJ, you can come on too. They threatened me with channel deletion, and 2 of the 3 got demonetized. I'm not surprised, YTR. What do we got? Thinks he's gonna snipe. Got another thing coming, Russie. What are you gonna do, Scott Stevens? What the fuck are you gonna do? Seriously, what the fuck are you going to do? You're not gonna do shit. Shut up. My goodness. I already did. I can do it again. Can't at the moment, but in a bit. Okay. Don't listen to them losers, Russ. I freaking love you. I love you too, Vicky. Here comes AJ. Hello, AJ.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I am a big fan of you. You had me cracking up with that piece when you walked out the door. I was like literally laughing so hard. I loved it. Are you reading chat? I can't see it.
Tragic is getting a whipping when sister. Oh, yeah, they're talking more shit in the chat here, as always.
I miss Luna. I love Luna.
Chinless women like YTR care about him. You hear that, YTR? Welfare Wig says you're chinless. What a travesty. Yeah, let's get Monica up here too.
Hello, man.
Hello, Monica.
Long time didn't talk with you.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, they're gonna start this shit.
That's hilarious.
Oh, they're still not starting.
Oh my dear Lord.
Oh.
But what was going on today with DC, it was embarrassment in full spectrum.
You know what? You know what?
What, Russ?
Fuck it. They ain't even worth the effort. They're not even worth it.
Russ,
No, we can relax yourself,
it's not even worth it. I don't want to hear shit that they have to say.
Yeah,
they're taking some shit.
I do understand.
Yeah. Okay, we can discuss what we just see for this week with the DC and Mr. Negs and what the fuck.
Well, I was just like, I was literally wondering if they were because of what Negs had been putting out, you know, like on Facebook and all that stuff. Like if that was, I mean, are those school board meetings usually televised? Like, I just can't see that.
I didn't know this. It's interesting for me. And I'm sorry, but what the hell was that? Girl, you go to Derby more nice with the more nice clothes on you, and in here you know that it will be cameras that people will televise this, and you going with the pajamas. Oh, big brain journalist.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that it would have. I mean, I don't remember like school board meeting, like all school board meetings being on the news. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it was not in news. It's government. I think like this. I'm not from America, but it's like
no, I know. It's just the channel, the public,
like this for transparency.
Yes, and the
That's
public.
why.
That's what I mean, though. Do they do that all the time for that, or
probably? Well,
did she know that? Did she know
is
that?
Big brain journalist, girl. I think she know. She's sitting in there with the fucking mobile phone, with the earbuds, and oh my god, I cannot understand. If I'm going to talk with the teacher, we don't have the same like you have. We don't have like this meetings with the big people around the city or something. But we have meetings with teachers, and Even
Aw.
I going in there, it's a small groups of people. Everybody they know to each other.
I think
Even
a
on
lot
this,
of this
I
stuff
will.
started going online since COVID.
Yeah, I will not go like this, dear Jesus.
Oh, okay. So,
You
like, would she have known?
represent the child. If you show
I just,
yourself like this, what they can think about you, what they think about from where this child is coming from. Yeah, it's
I know.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing for this child. And this everything this shit is going online. This child don't have a 5 years, 6 years. He is teenager. Dear Jesus.
Ugh, I
Here
just
comes
don't.
It's
YTR
fucking
now.
him.
Hello,
Oh,
YTR.
hello, girl.
Hey,
Long time not see
Girl.
you.
hey, oh my gosh, so warm, such warm greeting. Thank you, Monica.
Oh,
Hello, guys.
nice. Like always, nice to hear you, girl. Nice to hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
same, hun.
Oh my God.
How is
Like you just
everyone?
hear. Like you
Good.
just hear. We're talking about appearance of Mrs. Big Brain journalist, like I call Mrs. DC, because she's fucking big brain. She's better than everybody. She's know everything better than everybody. And we will have a fucking example today.
The
Fucking
school board
example
thing?
of big brain. She don't have a, I
Let's
think,
look at something
skills with
else.
the people. She don't have a skills with the people, I think. You know? It's
Yeah, I
really
mean,
hard.
it was interesting to see her in like a normal environment, like an outside of the internet environment.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's like all that bravado that she puts on is bullshit. It's nothing like.
And she was with the mobile phone. I just say she was watching probably next.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
probably.
He
Yeah,
must
Oh,
to have
wait,
a control,
started it.
even be
They started
outside.
it. They started the stream.
Oh, good
Let's
for
see.
them.
DC's hair though. I mean,
Oh, dear Jesus.
girl. She might as well do a pixie cut and just wear wigs.
You're right, I am a loser, full-time alcohol abuser, rugged around the edges and I will never get smoother. My parents told me all I do is take, and I think about the shit when I shake, cause I realize that I'm a big mistake, misplaced and soon to be traced and remembered as a disgrace. If I died, the question is who'd know and realize that I'm filled with love and have a good soul. We're always sharing, I get mad sometimes with nostrils flaring, despite what you think. Because I care, I don't really care to drink or even speak. I'd rather just be.
What?
Oh my dear Jesus Lord, Frosty, you tried to kill us.
Yeah,
or
let's
something?
mute
What
the
fuck?
intro. The music is so loud. What the
Okay.
heck?
Oh my dear
Turn down the
Jesus.
volume. Yeah.
Oh my
You tried to
god.
kill
Alright,
me, Ross.
it's muted.
My
Starting
dear Ross.
soon.
Say it that you tried to have advantage of me and you tried to kill me with this sounds. Okay, say it. This. Just say it. I will accept it.
Monica, I didn't think it was going to be that loud.
But you played this more than 5 fucking minutes.
His
I
intros
think
are always terrible. And his in their stream, the audio is always awful. Like whenever they have an audio clip, it's either super loud or super quiet. These people don't know how to regulate their volume at all. So even him starting it with the clip that loud, it's like, that's how loud he's doing it as well. So I don't know. Terrible.
God bless.
It is spooky news.
If someone wearing headphones like me,
Yeah.
it's painful. Dear Jesus, it's painful.
Yeah, I've headphones in as well. That was
Oh,
really
girl,
bad.
we are in the same team.
Oh,
I see.
guys, if you haven't, leave a like.
Our ears are bleeding, Monica.
Yes,
I
my
have my
dear. Yes.
both
You are different, my dear. You are different.
loud. Why?
Special girl. I love you. That's why I'm talking like this. I
know.
love this company in here. That's why
I
I'm
do.
talking.
Yeah,
like
that's
this.
the thing. They can say whatever they want in our chats. We might not have the biggest group, but people actually come to our streams because they like us. The same can't be said for their group because they all infight all the time. They don't even like each
Okay.
other.
This is
Welcome.
sad.
He's in the chat for Luna. Welcome to the motherfucking bodega. I'm your host, Bad Boy Tragic.
Oh my
He's so
God.
6'3" and a half, 220 pounds.
He is 10
Of pure thuggish.
late.
Put his weight in there.
He has something
Muscle
connected
mouth,
with
fucker.
DC with the
Let's
subject.
go.
She was late today
Let's
too.
go.
So
It's your day.
She's going
Dude,
live
it's your day, Olive Oil. This is your special day.
It's a mess.
Hey,
Yes,
she
right.
will probably make it
Is it?
outing
You are getting
like
burnt the fuck
for
down today.
for GP, and they go out some other man, which he is not GP. Are you a fucking nuts, Tragic?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a moron in this subject because if this person will find out about this, what is going on the internet with this guy photograph, prepare yourself for
some
the
badge.
fucking big shit. I'm sorry, but
that.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
That's not
about the
Today is your
GP.
special day where you get
Mhm.
burnt the fuck down.
Yeah,
Let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
refresh.
We always hear
Let me
it.
refresh.
One of their names was Aaliyah. Is that how
Yeah,
you pronounce it?
strawberry
Aaliyah?
douche.
I'm assuming.
Aaliyah?
How many
I
fake
think
Aaliyah.
boxes
she
is
can
he
maybe,
gonna do
get
today?
on
Oh my god.
Hey, Russ, have you ever
What
heard
is
of
it,
Medicare?
YTR?
Oh,
What?
No, what
What?
did you just say?
I said something. Do I sound like YTR? Do we
No.
No,
sound
but
similar?
YTR also said something.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
girl.
I just noticed Yato's in here. That's different.
Oh,
What's it-
Yato.
oh.
Yeah. Hey, Yato.
Yo, man. Yo. What's up? We are cringy people, so
Hillbilly's channel and tell us. She can just
Right.
tell us
you heard
and
of
say it, you know.
Medicare?
So there
Russ?
was a young couple and they were in love, and it was Aaliyah and Matt. And they were in love, and they had all these aspirations to become these great tattoo artists and
found my
open up their
son.
own tattoo shop and have all these kids and a loving family and all this stuff. But then some problems started happening.
Oh,
Matt
really,
started
did
noticing
they,
Aaliyah
huh?
was acting really
Some
strange.
problems happen.
She was
it
displaying a lot of
was about
psychotic behaviors, and also
EAK,
she was dabbling in drugs a little bit too much, and Elliot started getting in trouble, started getting arrested
I heard water
for
face.
drug use and things like that.
I'm sorry that he
And
can show us some
you know,
proof
their
about this.
dream of becoming
What he's
these
talking.
great tattoo artists started to slowly wither away. And
Withered
one
away.
day, Matt had enough of it with
I thought you were
Aaliyah.
in
And
the
he
other
said,
one
"Look,
for some reason.
I'm sorry that he showed some proof about this. What he's talking, or we're talking from
No,
from the
no.
States?
Never
They don't.
prove.
Never.
Oh my god.
They never prove anything they talk about.
No.
This is subject. After this
Not at all.
AJ Gate, AJ Gate, I learned a very big lesson. Don't believe if you don't see something. That's it. This is my advice for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe what you listen, what you hear. If they show it something, go and check 1,000,000 times other places yourself.
Yeah,
Because
apparently I'm
it
a
can be different.
AJ's gay. I'm a cam girl. Russ murdered somebody. Yeah. Subscribe to our XXX
Yeah,
rated
and I'm a
channels,
bitch.
everyone.
You forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You forget,
Monica's.
and I'm a bitch.
Magic looks like a leprechaun to me.
Wait, is that what it said? But, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh.
for
What?
Strawberry Douche, aka Aaliyah.
Yes.
Let's get some broken hearts in the chat for her, because you know that's what she's
What'd
suffering
she do
from is
now,
a broken
Trag?
heart. Is a
What'd
broken
she do
heart, y'all.
now?
And
Well,
keep
why
taking
does
it out
he
on
care
us.
so
And
much
I don't
what
think that's
Olive
fair.
Oil says?
I don't
they're
either.
so weak.
Oh,
How
no,
you
I
guys
like
doing?
Olive.
How's
No,
everybody
I
doing
know,
today?
I do
How's
too,
the
but
chat?
I'm just saying they're so weak. Like
How you guys doing?
all
You
they
guys
do
having
is
fun
read
so
Kiwi
far?
Farms and cry about
So, yeah, that's if you're wondering why
Interesting.
she acts this way, it's because she's extremely brokenhearted and she hasn't moved on. So she decorates cakes all day
sits on her phone
Ah,
and posts shit and makes up lies.
oh,
Now,
you know everything,
look,
don't
as
you,
more
Trag?
information has come out on her, the more nasty and vile she's gotten. The more information that's been dropped on her, the more she's spurged out. You have not let us down once, douche. Not once. You really haven't. I mean, you are a fucking weirdo. You're a spaz.
She is,
And
huh?
but back when this all first started, and I was talking to you, okay, I said, look, I'm gonna make some videos. I'm gonna put her name in it, and I guarantee I can make her rage.
More
I guarantee I
threats,
can
more
make her rage.
doxing.
And I made these videos and I put her name in them,
They
and she
really
raged
wants to
to the
find
point she
out
ended
how
up
to
making a
have
threat
a
about me
lawsuit
over it.
or
Was this
something
before
else,
or
I think.
after you sent? Was it AAA you sent to the moon? One of
Oh
them made
yeah.
yeah, that made them rage really bad, and I don't know why. It was so stupid.
Yeah, I sent some other weirdo to the moon, and then they got
You
blown
sent
up
some other weirdo
after
to
they
the
got sent
moon.
to the moon. But
You sent the weirdo to the moon and not to the bodega. Wow, that's different. So what are you having bodegas on the moon now? Are you getting your space gear together?
Which means
You're gonna
that
be
we
flying out
are
there with NASA
aliens or
now,
something?
huh?
That we are aliens now. Interesting.
We are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be playing E.T. by Katy Perry.
Oh my god.
fucking weirdos.
Please no.
Oh, D's
Yeah, it's easier to focus on other people than improving themselves. That's true. Look, we have never claimed to be better than anybody else. We've never claimed like we're something that we're not. We've been very
Are
open
you sure?
about who we are as
Radik,
people,
please
about our
stop.
different
Stop at
struggles and
that.
shit that we've gone through.
Yes, we
No,
both
We always hope for the
appreciate it.
best in people,
Thank you for
but I
coming.
mean, she's just a
No.
horrible person. In Olive
We
Oil,
all
she's another
appreciate
piece of
it.
shit.
You
They're
That
both
wouldn't go
fucking
with
trash.
hypocrisy, would it?
And they're
I
nasty.
cannot.
And instead of coping the right way and
No.
going to see a therapist and shit like that,
No.
they sit online all day and do this shit. And where they
Tragic,
really
your whole
fucked up
channel is
was,
a cope.
so much.
Massive cope.
Dear Jesus.
A
Yeah.
Kiwi
Yeah.
Farms
Yeah.
crybaby bitch fest cope. That's what you are. That's what you have.
Oh.
Do you
Uh-huh.
remember what he said to me? Like he was
I
like,
don't
"What
know
are you
about
trying
this.
to hurt me?" About the Kiwi Farm stuff.
Yep, Jack.
It's incredible. Incredible.
He
Okay.
said what to you about Kiwi Farms?
He was like, after they kicked me out because I asked that, because Monica and I asked that question. He kept messaging me, and then he was like, "Are you trying to hurt me? They're putting this on my Kiwi Farms thread."
Oh.
What I can do.
Crybaby bitch. That's all it is.
Information started
I
coming
do
out
have some
of the
puns.
floodgates on douche that she made up that story how my deceased brother was still alive, and then she
Please
got other
show
creators to
some
run with it,
evidence
Mhm.
about this, please.
which was very easy
Uh-huh.
to show that she was lying. I mean,
will be interesting to
Why
there's
does
so
he
much
care?
that she's put out there
Why
in
does
this
he care?
this hemisphere or this fatmosphere,
Because
whatever
I
the fuck
can
you want to
talking
call it,
lots
that
of
is
stuff.
incorrect. It's laughable.
I can say
I don't
that
even
I'm a
need to
princess, for
point it out,
example.
because
No one
it's
will
just
know this.
what
No
is
one
what
will
is the
checking
purpose,
this.
and
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
yeah.
nothing there's nothing she
I'm
can do to
ballerina.
me. There's nothing she
Oh
could
my
do to
God.
you,
Well,
I'm a
that's the
but there's a
thing.
ballerina.
lot we
I
can do to
understand.
her.
Yeah, because like
There's a
I'm a
lot you can
ballerina.
do to her. Give us an example. What are you going to do to her exactly? other
Sounds
than
like a
box her?
threat. Sounds like a
Yeah.
threat. They're
If
always
this person
threatening.
is from United States, I'm sorry, but it should be made that something with this, like with this guy, what they say that is GP. Something should be made it with this.
Uh-huh.
I just don't think
Well,
we should, our public, like, I think we should have more privacy. I don't think our public records should be so easily
Yes.
accessible.
Yes,
I don't
this
think
is
it's
terrible
good
in
for
our
anybody
country.
because
This
people
is
obviously
terrible.
use it for nefarious things.
Exactly, for
how
vicious stuff.
How about if you say you don't stand for something, you don't do it? How about that? Like, how about just simple,
I'm lucky.
having integrity,
Oh,
I mean, for the past 6 months or however long it's been, she has
I'm
just been
lucky.
digging
I must
into
say that.
our lives.
Sure has.
What, 6
Whatever she
months?
could find, she's been posting about.
What's up, B-Train?
She has put every single photo I've ever probably had online, like on my old Facebook, and that's like maybe 10 years worth
Hang
of
on a
photos. She's
second.
put that on the farms.
She
And
has, yeah.
I was like, why? Who the fuck am I? Like, why do you care this bad? It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, really? This coming
Oh
from
God, look who it
somebody
is.
who used
Oh,
my
the king.
Their
teenage
last,
picture on
their
Twitter
last
for
white
thumbnail.
night. Their
Yeah.
last white night.
Yeah.
This is their white night.
From
This is the
Okay, too much filters on this photo with AK.
Oh,
in
we
my
got Dark
opinion.
Ninja now. Oh, great.
Dark
Oh,
Ninja.
no.
Dark Ninja, come in here.
Yeah, you can come in here. I think I
No,
unblocked
he
you from
can't.
the
I don't
channel
want to
too,
hear
Dark
anything
Ninja.
he has to say.
Huh?
He's full of it. I'm kidding. Kidding. No, if he wants to
Right.
come in my chat, I don't care.
And I think I unblocked you.
Same. I
Because somebody,
think I blocked him from my channel too.
yeah, and there was,
I think probably DC probably did that, to be honest. I don't even know.
Yeah.
right,
I
right.
unblocked him.
I found people blocked in my chat. I was like, what? And yeah. Mm-hmm.
their biggest simp at this point. Dark Ninja, aka Dark Dildo, aka Dark Didla, is my biggest documented simp. I have
How?
over 20 different videos,
How?
close to 30 of him, but just simping for me. And we're gonna play some of those today as well too, because I
Oh,
want to show
really?
everybody who Olive Oil and Strawberry Douche's biggest simp is, and the
What's
only
that?
person that they have left in their corner that will go to bat for them publicly.
We need to play him sadly. No, we need to.
Hey, YTR.
What in the
I'm
fresh
gonna send you
Hades is
something.
behind Vagic? That
Okay.
is.
Oh, can we talk
cartoon
after
version
this?
of
I didn't have
himself.
time last night, AJ.
Yeah, we can, but I'm going to send you something right now. You might want to take a look.
Okay.
Okay.
Play. I think it was Zoom.
Let me
She was
refresh again.
Illness.
She's
I'll tell you that.
fired.
Yeah, she does not look like mental illness. She has a job. And she looks like she has a life.
Yeah.
You never did follow through in letting a thread Chromatia posted up. Oh boy. Strawberry Douche says, why do you allow my fail docs to stand on your site? A fail docs posted by Elaine, for fuck's sake. Dark Ninja says, it's a pretty good beer, yeah. She's not here, dude. Oh, that's not Dark Ninja. That's Dank Ninja. Oh, I got the fucking names confused.
Yeah, and it's the life that she thought she was going to have with Maddie the Fatty.
Oh.
Going into the tattoo artistry field
Well,
and
that's
things
the other
like
thing.
that.
I read on her Facebook about, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, right when COVID started.
He's
Cake
having a
decorator.
refresh.
I don't know how you can afford $100 a month to give to
I
Josh
don't think she's
Moon.
a cake decorator anymore. I think she's on unemployment, and that unemployment check is going to Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both of these two live with their parents.
We'll find out.
So what?
We'll find out
How are
soon
they
enough.
to judge anybody?
Also, we're going to try to get Maddie the Fatty.
Tragic and AK live with their parents.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
Tragic might
really?
live with a sister or something, but they both live with family. They're obviously unemployed. All they do is stream in the middle of the day every single day. I know people have
Well, YTR,
different
no.
days off,
Tragic,
but like
tragic,
they don't work.
tragic is not unemployed. Tragic works as a pool boy.
Yeah, sure. When okay, if he's a pool boy and this dude can literally stream every day in the middle of the day, that's not a job. He's not working. He probably goes out there for a couple hours a day and comes back to sit on his stupid chair to sit on the internet and judge everybody all day. That's all these people do. Their lives are trash, and then they look around at everyone else and cry
You are
about
so harsh, girl.
bullshit, you know? Huh?
Uh-huh.
You're so harsh.
It's the
So
truth,
harsh.
though. She literally lives with her parents. She lives with her parents. And
AK does.
no wonder when they got swatted, they got swatted at your parents' house because you fucking live there, you twat.
Oh wow, what a shame for AK.
I
Yeah,
sent
well,
it to you. I sent
I'm
it to you.
surprised her parents put up with this bullshit.
And he loves to keep on bringing up my grandmother. What do you have, a fetish for my grandmother now, Tragic? That's gross.
They always
Got a
bring
fetish for old ladies? I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with liking old people, but come on. Like the amount of time, the amount of times that you have brought my grandmother up, that's creepy. Mm.
KYTRF.
I saw that. I watched it yesterday.
See that?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh my gosh.
Saw what yesterday?
Just a video.
A video of what?
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. Here, I'll send it to you. We can watch it later.
Send me the video?
No, we can watch it later, not live.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gets put back up, right?
Yeah.
And she's been spurging out ever since, trying to dox more people, trying to do this, that, and the other. And she's just been losing her mind. And she actually changed her Facebook name too.
Really?
Yeah, she changed her name. I don't know if she thought that like would save people from thinking it's her, or like she's just having a identity crisis.
Yeah, as soon as a thread went back up on her, she changed her fucking name. She changed her name. But you guys can see this here. This is douche asking Dark Dildo to tell everybody to take the thread down. Now, if it was incorrect information, then who the fuck cares, right?
Yeah.
Why would you care so much? Why would you send somebody else on your behalf to go into a Discord where you think these people are the people that are behind the thread? Why would you, ask somebody to go in there to take the thread down? But if it's all incorrect, it makes no fucking sense.
Do we know if she did?
It makes
no
fucking sense.
And if something's not the truth, then oh my gosh.
Yeah, do we know if she did or not? Did she actually do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it cannot be verified in my opinion, because
there's
no
nobody
history with this stuff that Candy made it. Yes.
Changed her name because you're stalking her, you psycho.
Oh, probably you are right.
Right.
If it's true, then
right.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, again, no proof, nothing is verified, all words.
Nope.
Nothing to back it up. And we all know sitting here how far they've lied about us. So
exactly.
I don't buy anything these people say ever.
No one should.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't even know how they must be getting assistance, because how can they sit on their ass all day living with family doing nothing? I mean, look, my family loves me, but they're not going to let me sit on my ass and waste my life away doing nothing with my life if I'm living with them rent free. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to go get a freaking job, go make something of yourself. I don't give a shit.
Oh, Freddie, you are a bad man.
Freddie. Yes, Freddie.
Stalking AJ and YTR. I just really stuck at it.
You can stalk y'all you want. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't
Let me
mind.
know how that goes.
Exactly.
Yeah, she did that once to me too. She's like, maybe somebody wants to call Amy's uncles or something and like tell them about, like, do you think
my God.
She did it once to me too. Maybe somebody wants to call my uncles.
Yep.
They're always crying about privacy claims. Well, if you guys weren't so shady and creepy, no one would be privacy claiming you. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
There wouldn't be a need for privacy. Can't talk today. Privacy claims.
Girl,
the need for
take a sip of
it.
something.
Sit there releasing people's information every day on their channel. Like,
Yeah.
and they, okay,
Thank
and
you,
they,
Freddie.
they talk about this, right? The privacy claim thing, because they know it's going to wind up their audience and get this failed outrage. Because when viewers hear privacy claim, they think about strikes. They think about, oh, it's going to take a channel down. It's different than that. It's different. It's just a request to have something removed. It's not going to, I mean, if you get too many, it will affect it. And that's the other thing. It's
right,
like
I
if
think
they
I'm
get a
done with
few,
that. I don't
it's
want to
not
listen to
gonna.
anything else they have to say. They give me a headache.
I know. It's the same crap. It's different things they say, but it's the same tactics, same pattern,
It is.
same behavior. This person is blank low life, this, that, and the other, but then what are they? Why are they sitting here doing this? Why do they even care?
Yes, this is a subject for me.
I don't know.
Maybe they should, and then they're, oh, make fun of my residence when you live with family. You don't even have your own place. So fuck.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm tired of shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
And again, Jack and YTR, yes, like we have seen how much, like, Tragic keeps talking about how I was on a call with him for 12 hours.
Oh, this one, it was fucking funny.
It said,
I'm sorry.
No. I called him for 12 hours. For one, why would you be that psychotic to allow somebody to call you for 12 hours?
Yeah, this is
first
12 hours on the phone.
And it clearly says a few seconds. I already put it
12
out.
hours on the phone for what? For bullshit.
Well, okay, so he got part of it right. Like, I happened to be in my DMs, and it accidentally called, and Monica witnessed it.
That's why
and AJ showed us it was a 3-second butt dial.
You
That's it. And it was hung up immediately. The call didn't even connect, and you can see it in the screenshot. The call didn't even connect.
And then he called me back. I wonder why.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a freak. He's so weird. He will do that. He will sit there and call people that he doesn't even like. He'll just call them.
But I mean,
It's
interesting. What was really funny is that he called back 9 hours later. It was like 9 hours later. And then proceeded to say that I called him for 9 hours, and then they changed it from 9 hours to 12 hours. But
soon it will be that you was calling to him 1 week, girl. You are a stalker.
He's obsessed with you, AJ.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, him and Mr. T got a real good thing going behind the bodega right now. Did you guys hear about that?
What?
He's got Mr. T sucking him off behind the bodega.
Oh, good grief.
Oh. Ross, you are naughty boy.
Oh.
Hey, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Everybody told me to quit lying. I'm telling the truth. That's the truth.
Okay.
They can have good luck with that. I don't think that's going to pan out the way that they think it will.
I don't either.
I will show it this YTR. It's
they
like
shove everybody to the side.
It will be. The time will come, like I like to say. The time will come. Everything will be fall down. Everything will be showing. Yes. The time will come.
I caught some of Hussey's stream that he did yesterday. He said, Mr. T is Tragic's new boyfriend. That is who Tragic takes behind the bodega.
Oh. So that's why you had
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you say the truth. Yeah. I can agree.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, you heard it from Hussey, So that's what they always say.
I don't even know how they have an audience. Like when it comes to, the bodega, it's like they just sit there all day crying about kiwi farms. That's their whole channel.
Yep.
And their audience, right? I mean, they're obviously pressed about it, but their audience is sitting there listening to it like, that sounds like that is so boring for them, but they sit there and they just parrot everything that's spoon fed to them. They just sit there,
Oh,
yeah,
it was
yeah, like
boring ones. Yes, it definitely was.
Like, if you don't like shit being said in Kiwi Farms, maybe do something as far as stop being such a fucking freak, and maybe actually do
Oh
something
yeah,
creative
Negs'
with your
thread is
channel.
great. Negs has a great thread on Kiwi Farms.
I bet. I don't know, but I mean, the thing is,
Luckily, I cannot
creators,
enter in there. I don't know what the
yeah,
hell is going on. I'm lucky woman.
Let's see what else has been going on it.
like when creators obsess about it,
Oh,
Here it
it
is.
affects their channel.
Wait, what? What did you say?
If
Like that?
creators sit there and read all the things said about them and get worked up about it, it's going to affect their channel. It's like, what's the point? Like, just do you and
Okay, this is the first page.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why they don't like you
Here
though,
we
because
go.
you do you. They don't like people that do just that.
Here's the recent stuff.
yeah, that's true.
Real
That's
talk,
the whole problem.
showing up disheveled and unable to participate this afternoon had me a bit sad. Didn't have me sad at all. I laughed my fucking ass off. If it was just that she was in her pajamas and acting like a confused
yes.
lady, I would agree. It would read as depression and or dementia. But she had to also have a David Bowie shirt, purple extensions, and a sour phone gaze expression the entire time, which is why she's a lol cow and we have a right, nay, duty to laugh at her.
Why was she in pajamas? Like, this is the other thing. Okay, if you're having a bad hair day, which we know every day for her is that, do your hair in a little bun or a ponytail or something. Put on some jeans, put a hat on, put on some human clothes, some people clothing. Why are you wearing pajamas? She didn't even have a bra on, it didn't seem, when I saw that. I'm like, really?
She wants to let her milkers hang all the way out. She wants to let them hang out when she's in the school board. She has no shame, no respect for herself or for any of the children there. She's going to contaminate those poor kids. It's a shame.
I mean, if you want to go with the kind of like, okay, hippie rocker look, you can do it, but you shouldn't be wearing pajama pants and just like your hair isn't brushed. You just look completely like, she doesn't even look like she took a shower that day. She looks like she rolled straight out of bed and just showed up there.
Well, I was saying, like, just put on a black hat, some black leggings, some boots, and like you could wear a rocker t-shirt. Like, and then somebody had said something about putting like a blazer on. Oh, I think it was little boots actually. And she's right. It would have looked fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you have to get like dressed up. Like, I mean, I understand, but like, I mean, I don't. It takes me forever to do anything.
Or even just like jeans and a tee. Like, why are you wearing pajama pants, madam?
Yeah, why?
That doesn't make any sense.
Especially when you're in a public meeting like that.
Yes, this is
you dress more accordingly for something like that.
And what the Def and Little Boots, they was talking and they said that she just wake up, she was late, so probably she was running from the bed because she was having not make it hers. She was late to the meeting, and this lady, this teacher, probably she was scared. And what the hell was that? Dear Jesus.
Also, they can't set an alarm. Like, I get it.
I'm going to see what else there is.
Person, but set an alarm and get ready for the meeting.
And again, she didn't
How
wear.
dare you?
Was Meg gonna go?
Those Hot Topic from Salvation Army look.
And why
she
wasn't
didn't wear the bra? I'm sorry. And again, she didn't wear the bra. Dear Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
The what? Oh,
she didn't wear the bra. My God.
I wonder though if right at the last minute though, if they decided Negs wouldn't go and then she decide, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm just trying to figure
sugar
it out.
Scrub AJ.
Yeah. I got a strawberry milk one the other day. Sorry, I've been going over my boxy charm. I got it.
Oh wow.
Bad woman. Okay, we'll make it now the makeup channel with AJ. Okay,
Jack
what
keeps
you have
telling me so.
what you have in
Only
your
Egg Roll
boxy
says
charm?
she is glued to that screen like a Gen Z on their damn TikToks.
I
And the
see
drama
it.
DM leaks. Ron bitches to Christina Lava Lamp something along the lines of, do you know what it feels like that every time you go to speak to someone, they have to take their earbuds out, that she is always on that phone, and that he feels
Yes.
like he's interrupting her to have to talk to her about anything.
Yes.
That's
It's
so
I've also
awkward.
heard
Like,
a
what?
story repeated, maybe by Gigi or Belinda, that when she was back in DC with her dying aunt and at dinner with her, she had one earbud in listening to a stream. It's one
Yes.
thing to have drama streams on in the background while you're doing your housework or other things. I
Yep.
guess DC doesn't partake in the former anyway. But I suppose when you are the drama, you have to be on your phone catching up with even the most tedious, low viewed 6-hour live streams in case
Oh
someone
my
mentions
God.
something about your situation. What a way to live your golden years.
Well, they never take a break. I mean, they really don't. And it's like even on
They
nights,
pretend
even
to.
weekends, it's still constant. And no wonder why both of them are just like really messed up in the brain, because if you don't unplug and you don't touch grass and you're not enjoying, like, that speaks volumes that she is in another state, seeing her family member, and she's still doing this. That is crazy to me.
Well, it's been years.
Like,
It's
what
been
the?
like years that she's been. I mean, that they both been doing, like Neg's like decades. Like what?
But
Oh,
now
I mean,
yeah.
that
I'm
we
just
see
Been
that they
16,
don't put it
17
down, it
years.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
He's been
they
at it for eons.
yeah.
He's been making a fool of himself on the internet for eons.
I'm
But
just wondering.
this is a subject. I want to say this. If you want to make a relationship, in my opinion, it's time to be on internet. It's time to spend time with the family and with yourselves. But
Mhm.
like you see, the subject is not in here. It's that she is a roommate.
Yeah.
She's not her partner. It's my opinion.
Yeah, when they got together, didn't they say, we're going to be too busy for this shit? We're going to go
Oh yeah,
to
sure,
that.
Jen.
It's like,
We said
Yeah,
the
they should have made a couples vlog. That's what they should have done. Like, because then they would
Yes,
have
please, thumbs up.
it
oh,
would
yeah,
have
I
showed
did.
them like doing stuff. You know what I mean?
They
Like
could
that would
have.
have
I mean, they could have
better.
ignored all the drama, did a
Yeah.
couples vlogs, and that's it.
Hmm.
I wonder though if they twisted that around to make it seem like, so they could stay in the drama because they didn't think a couples vlog would take off. But honestly, I mean, I think people would have been happy to see maybe a change.
It
That
wouldn't have taken off like their drama, but that's the thing about them. They do care more about the money and views because they won't just do it for their better good and for their well-being. And they won't just do it even if it doesn't perform as well. Nothing is going to perform as well as like drama at its peak. But if you're
Yeah.
willing to take that initial hit, it's still going to be like better in the long run to pivot. And they won't sacrifice that.
no, yeah. It
No,
is like
some
sometimes you do have to decline sometimes to go back
yeah.
up again. Like
But
yeah,
but people would be curious about them and watch for sure.
Yes, yes.
yeah, for sure.
The Jack have a right. Do you see this?
Let's see
Jack,
what else there
Jack,
is. Red
Jack have
mask.
a right with this. So I'm sorry. It will be not working in any other way.
Like what I thought was weird, what he says, he's like, he twisted it completely around and said, you missed your chance with me. Like you messed up your chance with me.
Oh
or
my
missed your
lord, said.
Yeah.
Well, hey there, Clara. Where's Hunch? I know this is so important to him. Reminds me of this scene. At least Skylar looked and acted with dignity. What's this?
He wants to buy my car wash, but he's not man enough to come in here and face me himself. Instead, he sends his woman. Excuse me? What?
He wants to buy my car wash, but he's not man enough to come in here and face me himself. Instead, he sends his woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird though. I thought Negs cared about, his family so much. Why isn't he at the meeting too? Why didn't they both go?
If she keeps it up, she'll end up at the Earth's core, much to my entertainment. She was never nearly as high and mighty as she wanted us to believe she was, but she's digging at the bottom of the Mariana Trench now. How utterly disrespectful to go to this meeting dressed that way. Yup, makes me wonder if this is all passive aggression of some kind. One glaringly obvious thing is you don't give a fuck about your appearance, which would be fine if she was at, say, Walmart or somewhere that doesn't require impressing anyone. A school board meeting where her secret gifts kid is getting bullied, and now the internet sees this. Oof.
I wouldn't even go to
Also, look
Walmart
at
like
wearing
that.
slides with socks. Birkenstocks.
I know, it
Always
takes
have
me, like,
considered those
2-3
things
hours.
ugly. Socks or not, much as I love David Bowie, that shirt had no place there either. I wonder if she smelt too.
Oh.
Strawberry douche. Fuck you, Clara, and your eyebrows.
Her eyebrows
my
are
God.
the worst. You know what's funny? When she had them done, sitting there and pretending like she didn't look like Spock with her eyebrows, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. Why would you do that to yourself?
I must say, I watch this, Mr. Spock. Yes, yes, it's resolved.
Yes.
Yes, I'm agree with this. I'm sorry.
I'm glad that
But
you
it's
got
true.
that one.
Yes, I see this. Yeah, you know, I living in Europe. I was watching this in here. I'm too old now for watching this, but Europe, it's not like America, but we have something, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
my
But
older brother and I would watch Star Trek, and yeah, her eyebrows
Star
were
Trek,
definitely.
I was love to watch Star Trek.
Yeah.
I was watching with my father.
Let me see what else there is.
Oh my
Lonely
God!
egg roll again. And you know, if you mentioned to her that her footwear wasn't appropriate for a school board meeting, she would look at you over the top of her hideous specs and launch into some drawn out, dry, dusty tale about actually so-and-so's chief political aide, quite famously, wore Birkenstocks around the West Wing during their campaign for re-election in 1976. So...
Oh my dear Lord!
Oh my God!
My favorite part is just as she's standing, there's a quiet but almost frightened "uh-oh," as if everyone there was worried the whole time that she was going to stand, and then she did. And I feel a bit ashamed, but if my home was flooded and everything was lost, then those clothes were given to me by a rescue organization. I'd still find it hard to be grateful and would prickle with shame at being out in public in them, even at Walmart.
Oh my God!
But we just explained how easy she could have just made that normal outfit. Like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't have been that hard.
It's self-esteem and be prepared for
Xenomorph
this. What she will do it.
Xenomorph says Negs is going to jail.
I mean, she could have even put on a bra, put on a cardigan with the t-shirt, put on leggings, like you said, AJ, a hat, little boots. Oh,
just a hat,
boots.
even. What about, like, oh my gosh.
And it would
I
have
mean,
looked
Something different,
fine.
not
It
like
would've
you will
looked
go for
fine.
the concert or
Besides
something.
with
Dear
the socks,
Jesus!
my dad would have killed
Like-
me if
Like an
I had
oversized cardigan will do wonders with if you need to get ready
Yes.
quick. I have one for like interviews and stuff, or like things like this where it's like, what am I gonna wear? It's like, okay, you have an
I
oversized
get it.
cardigan, pair it with a
I'm
nice
sorry.
shirt, you're good.
Why,
Yep.
dear? I know why she dressed herself like this, because it's not big city, so she thought that she can walking around everywhere in
Yes.
the same dress.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
true.
God!
Yes, Monica. And that just
Oh my
speaks to
God.
her bias. She thinks what? The small town people are trash. Well, you scared everyone, DC. You scared everyone in that room.
This lady, she was, oh my God, what the hell was going behind me?
Uh-huh.
Yes. But think about this, yeah? She make it like this, that she's on the vacation, so she don't
Right.
have to present herself good. It's
Yeah.
my opinion, yeah?
Mm. I don't understand. I just want to know why
Ask
Negs
My
wasn't there.
Dominatrix. Now, everybody's saying that Ask My Dominatrix is the gaining ground. Is that true?
He's never said it was.
I don't think it is, honestly.
He said, Gigi, he said it's not me. He said this, that
Yeah, I
it's
don't
not
think it
me.
is either. Because if he
Ah.
hasn't confirmed it, then it's not him. I think it's somebody else.
I don't think they type the way Gigi talks.
Excuse me for a second. Okay, I think I got all of it out. Jesus Christ on a bike, Clara. I think this woman cannot lose any more dignity at the hands of pegs, and she proves
Yes.
me wrong every time, but this time is special.
Exactly.
Pegsy Wegsy is so concerned about the threat of a school shooter. He's protecting his son. He's already buried one son. He won't bury another. What's wrong with you P-words? Yet when the time comes to tackle the issue, he throws a hissy fit like a teenage girl, clearly sending Klonka unprepared. Klonka clearly didn't want to be there. Pegs calls the principal a P-word, sexualizes the teenage girls, then he cannot face anyone like a child. He sends his Meemaw to confront them and face the music. I watched Belinda yesterday. Pegs was boasting about shooting anyone who comes near him, but you should totally come to the podcast to debate him. How will you shoot anyone, Pegsy? Will you wait for them to turn their back like the coward you are? Because this is the reality of all the bluster and mouth. Both Klonka and Pegs are all talk and no action. It's hilarious to see their disgusting actions get rewarded in such wonderful ways. DC mediocre.
Well, she'd have to wear a hat too to cover them tracks, but yeah.
Wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em. She is glued to that screen like a Gen Z on their damn. Oh, I read that already. How else is she going to make sure Ronald isn't sending dick pics to any female that asks for them, or DMing another woman, or make sure there isn't a mole in the Discord, or having yet another meltdown on a live stream? The list of tasks for Klonka is endless. No wonder she doesn't have time for showers or clothes.
Oh my gosh.
See,
And
but this
here's
is
olive
totally right.
oil. Easily
yes.
amused, huh? I love the school meeting shots. She is really out of her element. Awkward, smelly, and twitchy. This is not politics, DC. It's small town life, not Washington. Okay, I think I've had my fill of Kiwi Farms for today.
See, but this plays right though into
DG
the
hates going to Rumble. So do I, Vicky. So do I. I lose
What?
brain cells every single time I go on that website. Trust me.
Oh no, because what if I was gonna do something there? You guys wouldn't go there? Oh.
Yeah.
For you, I would. For
AJ,
you,
I wouldn't
would.
even
I'm talking about
bother
me.
because if you go on there, they're just gonna follow you there. If you do something, you might as well do
I
it
lose
on your
brain cells every time I go and
Yeah,
decide
but-
to review. I lose
but I
brain
wanna-
cells every single time I go and decide to review one of Negs' Rumble streams. Let me make that perfectly clear.
Unlucky.
We're gonna do
But-
that later on my channel. We're gonna lose brain cells together going on
Oh, I
there.
bet we are.
Yes.
once
I
we
have
are.
something to review
I
today
bet we
after
are.
when we're done here.
Which
Gosh,
one you will
and I was
review?
wrong about which one it was.
Right here?
I was wrong. I think I sent it to you though. It was the GG one that he did. It was the one he did yesterday.
I think he deleted that because I went back to look. Oh,
What?
good
No, I
God.
found it. Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Let me see.
I went back there.
What
I
you will
don't see
review
it
in right
anymore.
here?
I think I had sent you the.
Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh.
It only works if it's still there. If you
Oh
send a
my
link and
gosh.
they delete it, it doesn't matter.
Oh no, I didn't restore my pages. Can I go to my history?
I
Try
think
it.
so.
Oh,
What
man.
I do
it
is
doesn't matter because Owl actually
I'll show you
covered
guys
it.
what I do. I
Mm,
have
okay.
a thing, shortcuts for Google, where you can have the recent stuff, the sites that you visit the most often. You can just add them as shortcuts.
I have that, but the thing is, if he deletes it from
Got
there,
it. I got it.
It will be, yeah, it
Oh
will
no,
be.
he did. He took it off, but
That's what I'm
Owl
trying to
did
say.
it.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
not.
Owl
Oh,
was
I can't. I'm not
reviewing.
gonna sit through her react of that. Hell no.
I know, but there's certain parts
Oh.
in there that
I
are
need to.
No, because
there's
she's always been a freaking.
I think I'm gonna
Hold on.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna end it because it's been another 2 hours.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh, with the good company, the time is fly.
Can you ladies chat after, because I want to
Reaper's
figure out
Angel?
something after this.
Okay, dear.
Yes.
Can you
Yes,
set up
I'll send
a
you a
link?
link.
I
Yeah, I'll send it.
apologize, but I have to keep
Don't
dabbling in the hood pussy.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's
gosh, you're right.
understood.
You are man.
Actually, I think I have a date. I have a date
Thank
this weekend.
No. Okay, we don't have to share this on some
Monica
huge
always
topic, okay? Relax yourself, lady. We'll talk about
So
this
thank you
privately.
again, everybody, for coming, though.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Take care of
YTR, as
yourself, man.
always.
I'll
Thank
send
you,
you a
Monica.
link.
Thank you
and thank
guys
you,
for
You guys.
hanging out.
Yes, thank
See you,
you.
Thanks for
Chad.
having
Bye,
me,
guys.
Ross.
Yeah,
Thank
And
you.
you're gonna love the thumbnail that I make for this one, let me tell you.
I'll probably
Oh
be
my
on
God.
in an hour or two. I gotta prep, obviously, because now something's not there, but the other one still is, so I'm gonna figure it out. All right.
Okay.
I have
I'll
to
see
go
y'all
upstairs.
soon on YTR Live.
Yes, I will be there.
Yes.
Probably
Okay.
an hour or so.
All right.
Okay.
Take
You guys
care.
soon. Bye.
See you later, Ross. Bye.
Bye, Russ.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay. So when YTR starts up, I'm going to try my best to be over there. But if I'm not in chat, then you know why. Oh, I just can't stop entertaining the hot summer heat that is the dabbling. All right. Take care, folks.